Hello everybody, it's Rob back again with another video. How are ya? And today we're doing a quick Photoshop tutorial, a bit of a beginner tutorial for all those that have just got Photoshop and are a bit daunted by how to use it. This is a quick way to do a kind of finished project that you can use. It's just a quick method to do a really effective project, if you like. So without further ado, let's get involved. So I've just opened up this image. This image is of an old photo of me, but I want to put it into something I can actually use. So I'm going to open an A4 document. So I'm going to go into File, let's go into Photoshop, File and New, and we're going to just go into this A4 size. I'm not going to go into all the different bits on here of the 300 ppi and all the kind of dots per inch and all that kind of stuff. So just hit create, and this gives you a blank canvas. So I'm going to click on the image on this side, and we're just going to put this on the other one. So I'm going to press on V on my keyboard to move. I'm going to click and drag onto my document. I'm going to hold down Shift and let go of the mouse, and that puts it there. And obviously it's massive, so I'm going to press Command and T or Control and T on a PC to bring up the transform. And if it's big like this and you can't see all the transform handles, let's just close that down. Then just if you press Command or Control and 0, that will let you see all the handles. And I'm going to hold down Shift and Alt or Option and just bring that down so it's roughly in the right position. And that's good enough for this tutorial, and hit the tick mark. Okay, so we've got on the right hand side on the layers, we've got the blank or the white background layer, and then we've got the layer that I've just put on here. So we're gonna do a duplicate of this one just so we got something to fall back on. So I'm gonna hit Command or Control and J to make a duplicate, and then I'm gonna turn this one off, and if we mess up we can always go back to this one. But now I'm going to make a duplicate of this one, so I'm going to hit Command or Control and J again, and with this one I'm going to press Shift, Command or Control and U, and that will desaturate. So we've got on the top layer, this is a layer underneath, we've got the black and white version above it. So we're going to click on the next layer down on the one we've just put on. So we're going to shut this one off, and then we're going to make a new layer on top of this one, and then we're going to fill this with white. So on the left hand side you'll see your colors here. Now if you press D, that will bring the colors back to default. So if you press X, you can switch backwards and forwards from black, so the foreground color to the background color, and we want the background color, the foreground color to be white. And then we're going to hit Shift Delete, and then we're going to fill that with the foreground color, which is white. So there we go. But we're going to click on this one and bring it up again, and then all we're going to do on this one is we're going to bring down the opacity on this one, and it will blend in really nicely with the white layer underneath. So we're going to bring that down so it's black and white because we desaturated it, and then we're going to bring down the opacity. So the opacity on this one at the moment is on about 40%. Let's just bring that to 40. Okay, perfect. So now what we're going to do is bring in another photo. So I'm going to go up to File and Open, not File and New, but File and Open. And I'm going to bring in a photo of one of my boys. Let's just click on anything. This is a raw image, so it'll open up the raw dialog box. Okay, this is a very old photo, but don't worry about that. So I'm just going to click on Open Image. And as you can see, it is massive. But that's okay. I'm going to hit V on my keyboard, and then I'm going to drag this onto our project. So hold Shift, and it is humongous. But as we did before, we're going to hit Command or Control and T for free transform, and holding Shift and Alt or Option, we're going to click in the corner and bring this right down. We're going to make this really small, something like that, and then we're going to move it over and then give it a little bit of an angle, something like that. Something like that. And then we're going to press on the tick to commit those changes. So that is a quick way to get a photo in. However, we can go a bit further. So on the top layer now, which is the one we've just put this photo in, I'm going to double click on the gap on the side to bring up the layer styles. And the first thing we're going to do is put a stroke around it. So we're going to click on the stroke, which is here. And we're going to leave that as white. And we're going to keep it at 17. Let's just make that slightly bigger, about 20. And the position is inside. If we click on that and take it outside, that's not going to be as nice. So we're going to leave it on the inside. And then the last thing we're going to do is bring up the drop shadow so it looks like it's floating on the top. And then we can play around with the changes on here, the settings. Give it a bit of a spread, and we can change the angle if we want to. Something like that, just a little bit, just so it looks like it's floating. And click on OK. And that is basically it. So we've got all the layers on the right hand side. Very quick way of doing a nice project. Now you can make this project into anything you want. You can do, on the background, you can use the same photo faded out, and then this photo smaller. You can have this one, the small one, black and white, and this one faded color. But it's up to you. But this is a very quick way and a very quick project just to show you a little bit of how Photoshop works. I think this is a very quick and effective project, and it looks great for wedding photos or just photos of the kids that you've taken to the park and stuff over the weekend. But that is basically it, a quick Photoshop tutorial. My name is Rob. Like and subscribe and all that good stuff, and I'll see you on the next one.